Welcome back to Two Douchey Guys for another beer review. Happy Halloween! Woo! So for Halloween, we're gonna review what?
We're going to review a pumpkin beer. And we are going to review Pumpkick from New Belgium.
Admittedly, I'm not a very big fan of the pumpkin thing, but this one does intrigue me a little bit with it's got the allspice, the nutmeg, the pumpkin, but it also has like a cranberry component. So I'm kind of thinking that might help.
Yeah, I've never had a pumpkin beer with any other fruit flavors in there. And I've also never really had too many that I liked. So
yeah,
let's go
ahead and
get it open.
Yeah, let's get to it. With the fall season, this just always seems to be a pretty good glut of pumpkin, and unfortunately it's almost taken on the air of like the and I know the pumpkins are around first, but the whole cider thing. I see now they have pear cider and all the different hard ciders now, and might have to try the pear one just to see, but I'm not a fan of the apple one either.
Well, that's because most of the apple cider stuff's owned by the big boys.
Well, that's not necessarily why.
Yeah, it's a good reason.
Hey, that reminds me, we might be starting another series too, where we'll review some of the macro breweries.
We will absolutely be doing that.
And but this series we're going to call it Trash Talk, so you'll want to come back for that. All right.
So,
you got a pretty good little head. Mine's dissipating rather quickly.
it's very hazy.
Yes, it is.
You can also see a bunch of like sediment in the glass as well. Nice orange color.
It is.
A nice fluffy,
Very pumpkin.
white head. Yeah. Pumpkin in a glass. All right, let's get the aroma.
All right. See if I can get something stirred up there. It's definitely some pumpkin, and you can get the allspice. And
Yeah, for me, and I've had a lot of pumpkin beers. I don't particularly like them that much. This one actually, though, to me smells exactly like pumpkin pie. Like, exactly. And it's kind of impressive, actually. But yeah, you're getting all the components of the pumpkin pie. You're getting just the overall sweetness. You're getting the nutmeg.
Yep, for sure.
All that stuff. You're also getting a bit of the pumpkin meat.
Yep.
Kind of thing. I'm not getting any of the cranberry or anything like that.
No, I'm not either from the nose anyway.
Yeah, if you have pumpkin pie in front of you with the whipped cream on there, whatever, pretty much exactly what this smells like. And like I said, it's impressive. I've had a lot where the pumpkin is like very muted.
Yeah.
The best one I think I've had is the pumpkin ale from Dogfish Head, but I've never had this, so
Let's give it a go.
let's give it a taste. Jeez.
I'm getting a little bit of that cranberry tartness.
Yeah, up front you're getting all the components for the pumpkin. Nice sweetness. You're getting the spices that they're using. You're getting a little bit of the meaty characteristic, the actual pumpkin. But all that basically is at the front. Under everything, and it really dominates the back, is that cranberry tartness, and it's faint. It's not tremendously in your face, but it's kind of nice actually.
Yeah.
I really figured the taste would mute itself out like most of the other ones that I get. But this one, no, it's prevalent. It's there. And then the tart, fruity complexity from the cranberry additions is actually very welcoming.
Yeah. That first drink, it is like taking a bite of a pumpkin pie. I mean, you get it. It's almost it's a little hearty even, at first, but then it gets immediately cut through with some tartness, and it lifts, and then after you swallow that, the alcohol and the tartness kind of lift those the spices back into your mouth. It's kind of neat. It's a good taste actually.
This coming from a guy, he hates pumpkin beers, so it's kind of impressive.
I couldn't do very many.
No, I don't know why you would want to.
But it's not terrible.
Like I said, yeah, and it really blends well, which is, you know, when you hear pumpkin and cranberry, you're kind of like, but no, like I said, it blends really well together. Despite the fact that they're kind of blocked, like the pumpkin's pretty much all at the front, and the cranberry is pretty much all at the back. But it's just, it works. It
does
well.
work.
So style.
Style is a tough one.
Real quick. According to Rate Beer, again, we don't let this influence us, but we like to have a little note of what everyone else thinks. See how crazy we are. Overall, it gave it a 54, and then the style, a 70, and they're classifying this as a spice herb vegetable beer. So we've done one of those so far. It was the Bira Etrusca for comparison purposes for style.
Okay, so for the style, I'm willing to give this, I'll give it an 8.5. And because I think they did a good execution on it, and it's not the standard blasé pumpkin ale. I think this is above average on that for sure, and I do like what they did with it. Again, it's not something I drink a lot of, but it is it's a good flavor. I like the balance in it, and it's not all in your face, and you don't forget what you're drinking.
Yeah, I'd say I don't really like the category it's in though, for style, but I'll do 8.5 as well. It has really exceeded my expectations for what it was going to be for two reasons. Number one, like I said, all the pumpkin beers that I've generally had are very muted in their flavor. But number two, because it's from such a mass producing brewery, New Belgium. Yeah, and no, they are. And it just surprised me though that, you know, they're that big. They're kind of doing the whole gimmicky pumpkin thing, and it's actually really good. So, actually, very nice surprise. 8.5 overall.
Overall, I'm gonna stick it. I'm gonna put it in an 8. This is a tough overall because it's not something that I'm going to gravitate towards really. Maybe once out of the year, maybe twice.
Yeah, pretty much when it's in season.
However, yeah, but in that vein, if I'm going to choose one now, I think I know which one I want to choose.
Yeah.
Whereas most of the others, I've tasted them and I've walked away without any intention to return to it ever. So I give it an 8 on that.
I say, yeah, overall, it's tough. I'm actually gonna give it 7.5. Couple reasons. Number one, just because like you're not getting it all the time. So when it does come out, at least for me, when you get a beer that's seasonal or like a brewery only release or something like that, you want it to be like awesome. You want to be able to know that it was worth the money that you paid for it. And it's a good beer, don't get me wrong, but yeah, you know what I mean? It's just a pumpkin beer.
It's just not my thing.
Yeah, basically. Like I said, they do, you know, they did a good job, but yeah, 7.5. I'm not gonna pick it pretty much over anything that I can't get all year round anyway. Yeah,
for sure.
So yeah.
So there you have it. That's 2DG's view on this. You know, like I say, it's that season. Happy Halloween. Thanksgiving's coming up in America.
Yep.
Canada's already passed. But you know, if you're looking for a pumpkin beer or you're trying to bring someone on board, maybe this is the one that'll do it.
Yeah, this is easily top 3 that I've ever had. So
of pumpkin beers.
Yeah.
So
I've actually had quite a few. No,
I'm not a fan.
Have you even had 3?
That's a good point. Have I? I want to say so. But I don't.
Yeah, the one that I generally do buy is the Dogfish Head one, just because you know I like to support them. Plus, they do
good work.
Yeah, generally,
it's what they do. So there, yeah, we're done with this. Hey, be sure to like the video or subscribe or leave a comment just so we know you're out there. Tell us what you think. Maybe you've had a pumpkin beer that is just heads and whatever above the rest, you know?
Maybe
we want to
it's-
know about it. We're willing
Yeah.
to try it. It may not be our favorite, but maybe we just haven't found the beer yet, the pumpkin ale.
Maybe you just don't like us, or our review of Pumpkick, or
Yeah, let us know.
our hatred of pumpkin beer. But
Although I would just point out we did rate higher than rate beer overall, so we do have a fairly good opinion of it.
let's have a conversation.
Not just Miller's good. See you later.